Happy New Year and welcome to Bromley against Newport from the Copperjacks Community Stadium. Very few people would have predicted this all the way back in August. Bromley out in front after 5 straight wins in the league. Andy Woodman's side at the top of the table at the start of the new year. For Newport, the picture is looking very different. Newport down in the bottom 2. After the 2-0 win against Crewe 3 days ago, the Exiles off at the bottom of the table. New year then full of new hope. Here is Odeteu. Loses his man, delivers the ball in. There's a nice float on that, and when you've got the heights of Omar Shomi, you always have a threat inside the penalty area. Thumping challenge, and Bromley come away with the ball. And Whiteley with a chance to have a run at this Newport defence. Crowhouse arriving on the left. Low delivery, will come for the shots. He's going to get that one away, but again, he never really got the purchase on it to test Jordan Wright. Has been a bit of a story for Bromley in the early stages. Chance now for Newport to break. And this has been a big new feature under Christian Fuchs. The team trying to transition the ball really quickly. They move it from back to front in a flash. Cam was onto it. And the Bromley goalkeeper easily across to make a comfortable save. Quick ball up to the edge of the area. You know what's coming from Bromley. Odeteu delivers, free header, and perhaps it should have been 1-0 Bromley. It might yet still be. Whiteley's cut back, a free effort on goal for Mitch Pinnock, who is claiming there was a use of an arm in there. Well, the game comes to life all of a sudden. What a chance it was for Bromley. And Jordan Wright is able to make the save. Bromley with a big up and under. You know who the target is. Show me with the touch. And the effort on goal, not too much trouble at all for Jordan Wright in the end. Odeteu, and he didn't really test Jordan Wright as perhaps he was hoping to. Antwey's challenge not to the referee's liking here, and it will be another Bromley free kick. Curling delivery into the penalty area from Pinnock, and I feel was lining one up until the header arrived from the captain James Clark to nudge that one away for what will be a Bromley corner. Pinnock sends one to the back of the box, big header on that, and Shomi really wasn't too far away from giving us the opening goal of this matchup. Well, you know that he is the one that Bromley want inside the box. That doesn't necessarily make it easy to stop it heading his way. But he sends it, luckily for Newport, wide of the target. Odeteu can't find a teammate with that, but it should be picked up in midfield here. It looked as though it would be by Bromley. Baker Richardson nudging the ball away. Antwey feeds on. Shooting chance here for Newport, well saved. And Spellman saw his opportunity to go for goal, caught it well enough, but he ran into Grant Smith. Glennon felt that he was pushed there. The referee of a different feeling. Whiteley's stolen it off of Antwey. And now Pinnock is the one that Bromley will look to deliver this cross in. Headed away, not far enough away. Whiteley with a good chance. And he caught it well enough, but he drove it straight at the goalkeeper, Jordan Wright. And that meant it was a pretty comfortable stop in the end for Newport's goalkeeper. Eiffel delivers, wins a corner. Here is Pinnock Bromley's chief creator. Here is Show Me, forward from the back with a powerful header turned away. And then it's all hands on deck. Newport throwing themselves at the ball as Charles got onto it. Well, Omar Show Me looking to add to the 6 goals that he's already scored so far this season. Looked as though he was well on his way to a 7th, but Newport have players back on the line. Well, Cheek felt the effects of that challenge, that is for sure. And again, it's the whistle of the referee, Kirsty Dale. And this time she wants a quick word with Matt Baker at the back. Pinnock, deeper this time, free header, and it's the post. And it's in the back of the net the second time around. And you've guessed it, it's Michael Cheek with the finish. We've barely seen anything from him over the course of this first half. Gets his chance, and he takes it though. And just before the break, the league leaders are on top. Well, Pinnock's initial ball found the head of Show Me. Looked as though the chance had gone when they hit the post. Not entirely sure that he got the final touch here. May well go down as an own goal. But it's Baker Richardson who gets the final touch to send the ball over the line. What that means is that at half-time here, Bromley are leading. Well, here comes the long Bromley throw. It comes in flat. It bounces all the way through, looking for a second of the afternoon. The league leaders are prevented from finding a way through. Looked very promising for Crowhouse for a moment. But he was very quickly crowded out. Off goes Opoku. Opoku up against Show Me, gets away from his man, gets the shot through, but can only put it wide of the target. Well, he does ever so well to lose Cameron and Show Me as well, but the Leicester loanee can only send it wide. It was a bit of a maverick selection going for Christian Fuchs, but he's definitely changed the way this team approach matches. They've been very stubborn, very difficult to break down for a Bromley team in very good form. This could be promising though, and it is, and it's swept in at the far post, and Bromley have their second. Nicky Kabamba, who is there to meet the ball in the box, and it's a convincing touch to make it 2. The driving run on the right from Ilunga, he fed the ball on, the cross into Kabamba was good, and it's superbly met and swept in from close range. There will be easier matchups for Newport. Coming up against Andy Woodman's side is the toughest fixture around at the moment, and it's nearly another. And this is a very good save from Jordan Wright, smartly down to prevent the third. Nice ball in here, good chance for Kabamba to grab his second. Wright made light work of it in the end. Newport still going though, they're into the box. And this could be a promising move. They have a chance, they're back in the game. Now things have got interesting. Well, it was sent back onto the goal line and waiting. Opoku manages to send in. And Newport, who really have created very little in this second half, have given themselves a lifeline and a chance to chase the league leaders for perhaps a point. Well, Bromley do manage to hold on for another win in Sky Bet League 2. A really accomplished performance from Andy Woodman's team. No thrills and spills, just measured and methodical. And it's now 6 wins on the bounce. And Bromley, we've got the second goal of the afternoon through Nicky Kabamba. start 2026 where they ended 2025 at the top of the table. There was a fight back of sorts from Newport, Poku with a goal that went over the line in the late stages, but it was all too late from a Newport County perspective. It finishes Bromley 2, Newport 1.